Maybe you notice there are some insanely good credit card offers right now, or maybe you just want to increase your overall credit card limit with a new credit card. Whatever your reason for wanting a new card, doesn't really matter. New credit cards are kind of fun to get, and you get like a welcome bonus. I mean, what more is there to want with that? But you already applied for a credit card this year. Should you or can you get another credit card this year or this month? What's up, you guys? I'm Jacob Fisher, and today we're talking about how often you should apply for a new credit card. On the surface, it sounds pretty simple. You just get a new card and then that's it. But if you dive a little bit deeper, there's some nuances and things you have to pay attention to. Make sure to smash that like button and let's get going. First off, some card issuers have a set number of cards you can apply for in a certain amount of time or get approved for in a set period of time. Looking at you, Chase, with your 5/24 rule, this pretty much means you cannot get approved for a new credit card if you had 5 cards that you just applied for in the last 24 months. It doesn't matter which bank you got them from. If you got 2 Discover cards and 3 Amex cards, you will not be able to get a Chase card if you got those cards in the last 24 months. Chase has not admitted it officially, but it is pretty well known if you know credit cards. Not many issuers have something like this, but they do have limits on the total amount of cards you can own through them, like personal cards or charge cards or business cards even. For Amex, you can only have 4 consumer cards and 10, charge cards with them. Platinum, gold, etc. are all charge cards. The Blue Cash Preferred is a consumer card, and I've talked about that one in a different video. For Discover, you can only have 2 Discover cards, which seems kind of small. Then for Chase and Citi, you can have an unlimited amount of cards. You can't have multiples of the same card, but you can have each and every one. You just can't get a new card from them every 30 to 90 days. So you have to wait 30 days if you just got a card, or sometimes up to 90. Having multiple cards is a good way to boost your overall credit limit, as I mentioned earlier. The thing is, how often should you be applying for these new cards? That is the title of the video. I like to think if you apply for a new card every 6 months, then you'll be way out of range of that Chase 5/24 rule, so you won't ever get restriction under that. And depending on which issuer you go to, you might not get any hard pulls on the account you get. When I got my first Chase card way back when, I received a hard pull because it was my first card with them. That's what a lot of people do. My next couple Chase cards were soft pulls, and I didn't actually get a hard pull on my credit score, which is, pretty fantastic. Then, when I got my American Express card, I didn't receive any hard pulls. I don't know why I didn't. It just kind of didn't hard pull me. And so once I got in that ecosystem, I figured I was set. I am assuming, now this just might not be true, but I won't receive any hard pulls from Chase or Amex now because I have history with them. That's what I'm hoping. So any Chase or Amex cards I get in the future, I'll be okay. If you apply for a new card every 6 months, let's say you get a hard pull on the first one, then you apply for another card at the same bank, and hopefully you don't get a hard pull in this scenario. Then another 6 months later, same bank again, hopefully again, no hard pulls. It worked with me with Chase. I'm hoping it also works for you. And then now we're another 6 months after that, apply for a new card issuer. And that way you get the hard pull. But considering the last time you applied for a card and got a hard pull was 2 years ago, hopefully it's just only one hard pull on your credit score. Hard pulls fall off your credit report every 2 years. So again, if you wait 2 years before applying for a new bank, hopefully you won't have any hard pulls on your account, or I should say you should be having only one hard pull on your account. Then hopefully you get lucky and don't actually get any more hard pulls. All that being said, there comes a point where you may have too many credit cards. Obviously getting a welcome bonus is great, but if you're not using your card in your day-to-day, then I just don't see a point in having the card. Theoretically, you could get a credit card at every single store you go to, every single store you shop at, and only use that card there. But that'd be kind of annoying to walk into every store you're going to with like a wad, a full envelope of credit cards, and being like, oh, let me just pull out my REI card or my TJ Maxx, I don't know. And then again, if you don't use your card for a certain amount of time, the credit card company might just cancel your account, which is happened to me because my first actual card was a Best Buy credit card that the employee kind of just kept pushing on me to get. Oh, apply for this. Oh, you got the best credit card that they offer, whatever, highest limit, whatever that it is. So I was like, fine, I'll get it, just to kind of shut him up. And I never used that credit card, and so it kind of just got canceled. And that was, me being dumb and in college, and I was like, yeah, I'll get one. That'll be so much fun. I also like to consider what I purchase. My biggest expenses right now are groceries, gas, travel, and eating out. Those are the expenses I can put on a credit card. I want to maximize those categories the best I can. Blue Cash Preferred for groceries and gas, Amex Platinum, and Chase Sapphire for eating out. Then I have the Chase Freedom Unlimited and the Apple Card to use for everything else, just because. If I can use an Apple Card for 2% back, then I'll do that. But if I can't, I have that Chase Freedom Unlimited for at least 1.5% back. If you want to see my full review of the Apple Card, click, I think it's that side. I don't see myself getting another credit card in the near future unless there's a card with an insane welcome bonus like the Southwest card that came with 85,000 points after a certain amount of spending you did in 6 months. Or if anybody brings in just an insane grocery store credit card and just dominates the market more so than the 6% back from the Blue Cash Preferred. Though yes, you can get the 5x grocery store points on the Chase Sapphire right now, or the Reserve I should say. And that's actually really nice of them to do. If they kept that around, I'm sure so many people would get that card. If you're gonna get a credit card every 6 months, let me know in the comments down below. I'm just curious about your credit card strategies and your kind of, what you do to maximize your rewards. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.